everyone. So I'm sure it's not just me who has a lot of releasing to do emotionally and energetically. And the last few days have been so heavy. There was a lot of work being done, restructuring, reorganizing on a physical and energetic level. I noticed that whenever I am releasing a lot of heavy emotions like anger or grief, I feel it physically very strongly. I even start feeling sick and tired, and I look like I'm not well. You could probably see in my other videos. I felt overwhelmed and exhausted. I've been sleeping a lot during even trying to take naps, but during the night, 10, 11, 12 hours. Last night went to sleep and I was falling asleep like a rock. It was heavy, heavy sleep. I saw an Italian graph, Schumann resonance, a lot of release during the night, and that matched my own experience with intense dreams, releasing a lot of anger, setting boundaries in the dream again. So the theme continues where the old patterns are collapsing and we are releasing a lot of energy. During the day, I noticed that I had a lot of resistance. I think we all do, because when something is deeply rooted within ourselves, some kind of pattern that no longer suits us, but it was present throughout most of our lives, it's not so easy to let it go, and often it is really uncomfortable, even painful. For me, it felt a bit like depression yesterday. I couldn't get myself to snap out of it. I tried to go to the park, I tried running, and I did some, but it was kind of, the heaviness was really bothering me, and I even asked for divine intervention because I didn't know what else to do. It seemed like it was never going to go away, just looming and looming over me, this heaviness. And then I asked for it, and immediately I got a knowing that I had to stop resisting. I've been trying to get out of it. I keep trying to resist it, and instead of accepting how I felt and having compassion for myself. I didn't realize I was doing that because I was going in and out of that heaviness with the breaks, with the peaceful, loving presence in between, which were very welcome, and I was grateful for it. But yesterday got to me because I couldn't do anything. I had no desire for anything. All the things that I've been looking forward to, I just felt inside and no energy to pursue any of them. So once I accept it, it is what it is for the day, and as long as it's gonna take, it's gonna take. So I didn't put a time limit on it with my mind, and I stopped analyzing and figuring out why it's taking me so long, how to get out of it, scheming and planning, all the trying and the mental interference. We are just prolonging that feeling because we're not processing or releasing in much easier way. It's like when we assemble furniture and we don't read the instruction properly, and maybe we start screwing the parts together, but we haven't checked it, and we're making things more difficult for ourselves than they should be. So kind of in life, the instruction is to allow our energy to pass through us when we are releasing, and be present with it. Although it's not taught very much, this is what we gotta do. But the habit is to follow what we know, and we know what we know, and what we're used to is to analyze and try to find the solution from the mental space. But as the saying goes, you cannot create new consciousness from the same level that created it, right? So we keep creating the same thing until we get a higher perspective and elevate ourselves above our current problems. So relaxing, allowing, having compassion, That theme is going to continue in this month, in this year, and going forward, because this is the new way of living from a heart space, from a flow based space, instead of pushing and trying harder. I have had some experience in flowing and ease and manifesting through ease, but I'm still very new at it. So I fall out of it and back into the pushing and trying to control reality, and I just have to trust. Even with creating the videos, that it's not like you gotta push and you gotta look, oh, you know, like in my case, I don't write down what I'm going to talk about. In the first few ones, except for the first one, I was kind of planning, thinking maybe this or that will be a match. But nowadays, whatever comes out, and I have to trust that it's going to be what's meant to come out at that time. And if there's nothing to share, I gotta trust that spending time in the void space is where all the ideas I generated, all the creative concepts are being formed. So to trust that from that void, emptiness, creative ideas will eventually emerge, and I will share something that is valuable for somebody, something that somebody needs to hear and will benefit from. So much love. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.